Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We're doing a video today that is a little bit different. We normally don't do videos that don't involve RVing, but many of you on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere have reached out to us about this very issue. So we do want to address it because we are seeing that it is true, and unfortunately, we're being told that it's not.
Before we get into this video, guys, please take a moment, if you like videos like this, to subscribe, put the notification bell on. Also, if you've been subscribed, just take a moment. YouTube, time to time, unsubscribes people without them knowing. We also have our merch here, the RVing USA shirt and hat. There's a couple of days left. We have to the end of the month. And then our supplier is no longer going to be making them. So we are shopping for another supplier, and hopefully we'll have them, but we can't promise they're going to be exactly the same. So if you want more information, you want to order, we'll put the link down below. So what are we talking about in this video? And we're bringing it up because it is national, probably going to be worldwide news, if not already. And a lot of you have reached out to us and asked us about this. As you know, we live in New Jersey, and unless you don't have a television or internet or anything, you probably heard about the drone incidents happening in New Jersey. And
it's been a few weeks now.
It's been almost a month.
Quite a few weeks.
It's been almost a month. And we actually have footage from just outside our home. There's a reservoir very close to our home, and this is footage from a couple of days ago. We're going to put it toward the end of this video. We want you to judge what you see or what you don't see, because there's a lot of people out there. I know some of our subscribers are aviation people. We want your feedback. To me, it doesn't look like a plane, but I'm not a pilot.
But you don't need to be an aviation expert to know if you look up in the sky in certain places and see 15 planes hovering with blinking lights, that it's probably not planes.
In our county, neighboring counties, a lot of counties down the Jersey Shore. If you don't know, that's kind of like central southern Jersey. And there's a lot of credible sites. And it's not, well, it is coming from residents, citizens, but it's coming from elected officials. It's coming from sworn law enforcement. It's coming from emergency services. It's coming from the Coast Guard. And there's a lot of concern because something is going on and we're not being told the full story. Just from my investigative background, if you have some kind of mass hysteria, it's never going to help when you don't have the answer. Like, I just can't accept that you don't have the answer.
So we have video and we've seen with our own eyes, our neighboring town, our town alone, just in our town Facebook group, the amount of videos and posts that have been going up more and more as time goes on. And as he said, down the Jersey Shore, I mean, there have been up to 50 at once, 50 planes hovering over the beach.
I didn't say planes, they were drones. That was a law enforcement officer that swore that.
I know, I'm joking, but that's the thing, is people are trying to deny this. So you have people on social media that are saying different things. You have people that are joking about it. Oh, the aliens are coming to get us. You have people that are scared to death. It's an Iranian mothership. You have all different ideas that people are coming to the table with. We don't know. We really don't know. We just don't feel comfortable. It's becoming quite eerie at night when you look up and see this. So you look to your officials to provide comfort and guidance. Unfortunately, they're not able to do that.
So like we said earlier, these sightings have been going on for almost a month and has caused a lot of calls to local law enforcement, to elected officials. Of course, the elected officials are feeling the pressure. They're demanding answers from the higher ups. But the governor of New Jersey has said, we don't see any concern for public safety. Now, what is that for? They have no answer what these things are. He acknowledges the sightings, but they don't have concern for public safety. So if you don't know what something is, well, isn't that a concern for public safety?
Well, especially it's in your airspace.
Yeah.
Many of them, the size of SUVs. That's not your typical drone either.
Now, we say the size of SUVs. We're going to play a video for you. Assemblyman Brian Bergen from the state of New Jersey, he's very Jersey. You're going to hear in this, yes. But he's upset. And you know, as a result of all of these sightings, there was a meeting in Trenton, and this is what he said after the meeting.
I walked out because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen about anything, okay? It was ridiculous. There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they say there's no credible threat. The biggest waste of 5 hours in my entire life. Colonel of State Police said that he had a helicopter of his flying over above one of these drones, a 6-foot drone or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. And he felt unsafe for his helicopter, so he just let it go. Just let it go. Where'd it go? Who knows? Didn't want to follow it because he didn't feel safe. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard?
I love his style. That's what you get with Jersey, guys. You just kind of get, this is what it is. We're not holding back, but he's absolutely right. And I think we're all feeling the same thing that he is.
Right. And in that video, he quoted the superintendent of the New Jersey State Police, who stated that a state police helicopter was hovering over one of these drones and let it go. So this is not like this is the superintendent, colonel of the state police. Now, Mr. Bergen is an assemblyman. He's also an Apache, or was an Apache helicopter combat pilot. So this is not somebody that is just making, well, we don't think he's making these things up. There would be no reason for him to make these things up. But this is not the only incidents. We're going to bring you some more videos.
Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones.
Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
So as you see, so this is Ocean County. This is probably about an hour and a half
Jersey
south
Shore.
of us. Yeah, when we say going down the shore, that's where it is. Sheriff Michael Mastronardi, as you saw, one of his officers, 50 drones they spotted. So obviously they called the Coast Guard, as he said, 13 more. The sheer numbers of this, to me, is frightening.
Now, this is all on the local level. Obviously, this has caused a national story, and when enough people talk about it, I guess the politicians have to address it. So there was recently a congressional hearing. This is probably where the national people are seeing it. And Mr. Robert Wheeler, he's part of the FBI Critical Incident Response Group. He was asked by members of Congress what is going on with these drones, and here are his answers.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
Sir, the FBI and our Newark field office, along with the state and local partners there, the Bureau is actively investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity over that part of New Jersey. We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that, of one or more people that are responsible for those drone flights. But we're actively investigating.
You heard Mr. Wheeler and what he had to say. Honestly, we don't believe anything. He did seem very nervous. As an investigator, if you were interviewing him, what would you think?
He seems to be very calculated in what he's saying and not comfortable. And again, the answer, if there's no concern for public safety, but we don't know where these are coming from. What? Like, we want your feedback, guys, in the comments. This is a video that we hope gets a lot of views, that we hope continues to put pressure to try to find out what is going on. So let's finally go to one that probably most of you have seen. This was recently a White House press conference with John Kirby. And he said that many of the sightings were manned aircraft. And that's key. Many, not all of them. And in the investigation until this point, they say that has been no evidence at this point that it's from a foreign entity. We want your feedback on this, guys.
I just want to add a few comments on the reports of drone activity here on the East Coast, particularly in and around New Jersey. We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat, or have a foreign nexus. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these sightings, and they're working closely with state and local law enforcement to provide resources using numerous detection methods to better understand their origin. Using very sophisticated electronic detection technologies provided by federal authorities, we have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings.
This is our opinion, and we want your opinion. I don't believe that the United States government, who can see satellite images, a target from outer space in any part of the world, does not know what is flying in our airspace. And that is what is the most concerning. Because if it's some kind of government test, why are they keeping these things up there with this hysteria? You would think they would down them. They would at least let federal, local law enforcement know.
So you have these local assemblymen that are
Mayors.
obviously, yes,
Yeah.
everybody frustrated trying to get answers for their people. People are calling nonstop to their towns, their counties, and these local officials are not able to provide answers, and they're not being given answers. You can tell they're extremely frustrated, as we are.
And if the U.S. government doesn't know what these are, which I don't believe that they don't, that's even more concerning. That means that we have unidentified objects that are, according to the Colonel of the State Police, Coast Guard, sworn law enforcement, the size of SUVs flying over critical infrastructure, over reservoirs, military facilities throughout the state, not only New Jersey, New York also. That is extremely concerning. This is not meant to be a political video. This doesn't matter what, this is safety, right? And this is why we're doing this. We live in New Jersey. And again, we're going to show the video that I shot a couple of days ago coming home. As we're talking about this, I literally look over the road. I'm like, what is this? Yeah. We want your feedback on it, guys. We want to know, what do you think this is? There's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge out there. Do you believe that we're being lied to? Do you believe something is being hidden? If so, what is your theory on this? Why is this happening? It's just strange because this comes, a year after there was a balloon flying. That was of no concern. There was a balloon flying over the country, and they finally shot it down after quite some time. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It's, as we said, honestly, it's terrifying. I try to put it out of my mind. Let's get real here. I mean, we're seeing this every day. Our neighbors, our friends, it's constantly in our face. And now it's in the nation's face. For a while, it was just kind of local politics, local channels and things like that. But it really is scary because you count on your officials and your government to protect and to know what's going on. And when they say they don't, it's pretty scary.
That is one of the most important functions of government, is to protect the citizens. And when you don't have answers, or you have answers and you're blatantly not being truthful, people are not stupid. You can't tell me what people are seeing, thousands of people are seeing, doesn't occur. It's not happening. Like that is a terrifying answer. Oh no, what you're seeing is not real. How many times have we heard that before? What you're seeing is not real. And then it winds up turning to be, well, actually, no, it was real. So we're going to end this video with the video we shot. And we want your feedback, guys. What do you think? We promise our next video will be an RV video unless something drastic changes.
Stay tuned, because part 2 of our Indiana trip. If you missed part 1, we're linking that above, but part 2 is even better. If
you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV vlogs playlist. We'll put our RV news playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you on the road.